Alrighty, hello everybody. Hello. How's everyone doing today? What is up? Phil here live on the stream. Ready for some fun. I hope you guys are ready for some fun today with Mass Effect 2 returning. That is right, guys. Mass Effect 2 returning to the stream today. You guys really seem to enjoy when I played this game last week. You know, the 10th anniversary run. Very excited. I've only played Mass Effect 2 once before when it was an actual new release, okay? And I started playing it again on Thursday. And ended up having so much fun. And you guys really seem to enjoy the stream too, which is awesome. I didn't know how well received it would be. In fact, when I first announced that I was going to play this, it seemed like people on the stream were like, nah, it's not going to be good. We don't want to see that again. But then I started playing it on Thursday, and it was like, damn, the attendance was good, and people were very excited to see me go back to the game, and the fact that I have all the DLCs unlocked is really cool. And I'm really excited for more. I hope you guys are excited for Mass Effect 2 continuing today. Yes, sirree. A good major 3 to 4 hour stream. Keep in mind, this is a new playthrough that I am doing in line with all my others. So it will be, 2-3 times within a week or so. You'll be seeing Mass Effect 2 continuing. Pretty awesome. Okay? So, where are we? We are very early in the game. We're at Omega, in the very early stages of the game, where you're basically trying to get Mordin. You're trying to recruit him to your party, to be your scientist. He's the one who's going to develop all your technology for you and give you all upgrades and everything. So he's a very important party member to get first. And we're working on that right now. We're in the midst of his recruitment mission. While we're on Omega, we can also hunt down the elusive Archangel character and find out who or what that is, and go from there. So that's what we're working on today. Okay, should be fun. Very excited. It's really cool to have all the DLCs unlocked, because now I pretty much have like open availability of what I want to do. We've got all these different DLCs I could do, including recruiting characters and stuff right from the get-go, which is pretty crazy you can do that. So yeah, this should be a great stream today. I hope you guys are excited, and we're gonna have some fun with Mass Effect 2. Okay. Now later tonight will be a continuation of Doom 2, a game that I've been playing now for about, I'd say roughly just under a month. Maybe I have been playing it for a month now, actually. And I've really been enjoying the playthrough. I hope you guys have too. Retro throwback style FPS from the 90s. And man, it does not pull punches. It is not forgiving at all. It's very challenging. And it's been kicking my butt. But at the same time, it's very fun to play through it. It's a good way to get a little bit of a background and education of old school Doom before we play Doom Eternal next month. So, excited for more of that tonight. I hope that you will join me for that, if at all you can. It should be a good time. Excuse me. Tomorrow, it's Dragon Ball Z Kakarot continuing, and we're heading into the Buu Saga. We'll be finishing up the filler saga with Gohan of the Saiyaman stuff, and heading into the Buu Saga, which should be a good time. It's the final saga of the game. It's very exciting, with lots of twists and lots of fun stuff that happens. So I certainly hope that you guys will join me tomorrow for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot continuing. And then tomorrow night is my weekly Minecraft chill stream. And that's always a good time as well. So I hope you'll join me for that. Tuesday's my day off from streaming this week, just so you guys know, FYI. But I shall return on Wednesday with all the continuing playthroughs. Donkey Kong 64 and all of that. Also, a big reminder, guys. 1 week from today. That's right, exactly. 1 week from today. It's my retrospective marathon. Okay, and that should be exciting for various reasons. But you guys have been nominating moments from my 11 years as a content creator to go back and watch together, and for me to react to, and for us to discuss and have a good time, reminiscing about. That should be a really fun marathon stream coming up next week, okay? So, first of all, thanks to anyone who has nominated anything. And if you haven't, please nominate things. The website is back. I know for the past few days my website has been up and down, up and down. My website is back up again. Okay, so please nominate. You can type !retrospective into the stream chat, or you can just wait every 20 minutes or so. The link will automatically be posted. Okay, into excuse me, automatically be posted into the room for you. So yes, please check it out, and please nominate. The more nominations I get, the better. 1 week left to nominate things for that marathon. Okay. Coming up later this month, there will be some new releases the last week of the month, including there's a Mega Man Zero collection. There's a horror game coming out that I'm interested in. And keep in mind, guys, at the very end of this month, there will be a special marathon event on the 28th. That's Friday the 28th. And that marathon event is to help me out in regards to the fact that this year things are a little bit different with me. I have to prepay my tax attorney to do my taxes this year. I've never had to do that before. So I've never had to raise funds to pay this guy early, but I have to this year. It sucks, obviously. But the money has to come from somewhere. So I'm doing a special marathon event at the end of this month to hopefully help make ends meet and raise enough to pay this guy so he'll do my taxes for me, okay? So what's the marathon event going to be? Well, it's going to be me going back to Metal Gear Solid for the first time ever. I've only played the game once before, and I'll be going back to play it again, okay, many, many years later. In addition, I'll be going back to Fortnite, which I haven't played in like 2.5 years or something crazy like that, to see what they've done with the game in the last, few years that they've changed it around and everything. So that should be interesting. And I may be doing a few other things. We'll see, okay? So, yes, the Tips fundraiser. It is a Tips fundraiser. I should emphasize that. Tips are what I need to raise so that I can pay this guy by the end of the month. That'll be on the 28th, okay? That's the last Friday of the month. Outside of that, business as usual, continuing on with the playthroughs that we're doing, including Mass Effect 2 and Donkey Kong 64, and of course Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And I'm hoping that within the next 2 weeks or so, between now and the end of the month, we'll probably end up wrapping up a lot of these playthroughs. I don't think Mass Effect 2, because this game is going to be very long with all the DLCs, but I think we'll probably have wrapped up both Donkey Kong 64 and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot within the next 2 weeks. So that'll be good. It'll clear the schedule for new games coming out for us to check out, okay? Okay, very nice. So, thank you guys for listening to the schedule. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I hope you guys have been enjoying all the new animations we've had on the stream all week long. Really awesome stuff. Custom animations now for every level of sub. We also have custom animations for different levels of tips. We have custom animations for cheering certain amounts, like 420 bits, etc. It's been a really fun week for me. I hope you guys have had a great time this week, too. I've really enjoyed this streaming week, so thank you guys very much. I've really had fun, and I hope you guys did. Okay? Okay. All right, let's continue on, shall we? Let's move on to the gratuitous plug segment of the pre-stream. Thank you guys very much for 11 awesome years, allowing me to be a content creator who could share my daily gameplay experiences with you guys. I have so much fun here live on stream, sharing gameplay and enjoying games and my opinions on things that are going on in the world and just having fun conversations and chilling with you every day. All right, I really do. I realize I'm one of the few people on this planet that gets to do what he loves for a living, and I'm very, very grateful for that, because not many people can say that. And, for a long time, I was not. A long time, I was a person who, just like you guys, had, a normal 9-to-5 job and had to grind away and didn't really enjoy what I was doing with my life. And it just happened through luck that I stumbled upon being able to do something like this for a living. It very much is my passion. I've been a lifelong gamer, and I'm very happy to be able to do this with you guys every day. However, things have changed a lot since back in the day when I used to do this as a full-time YouTuber. Now I'm a full-time live streamer. That means that I rely pretty much solely on your crowdfunding contributions during the streams to make ends meet. And that means that there are many ways that you can contribute. If you like the fact that I'm here 6 days a week full-time streaming, And if you like the fact, man, I got a frog in my throat this morning that I can't get out, which is funny because I've been getting much better. Yeah, I've been getting much better recently from being sick, and this is the first day where like now there's a frog in my throat again. Ugh, what a pain in the ass. All right. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys for your support. Now, what I would like to say is, if you like the fact that I'm here 6 days a week full-time streaming for you, if you like the fact that I still upload the archived stuff over on DSPGaming, meaning every time that I stream, I archive those streams over on DSPGaming on YouTube, despite the fact that I get pretty much nothing out of it because the ad revenue is abysmally bad, all right? If you still like that, then please consider contributing in one of the following methods so that we can keep this going. That being said, I will say this up front. Please understand that it is not expected at all that anyone would contribute. It is not mandatory that you contribute. And I am perfectly happy to just have people come hang out with me on a daily basis. Like I said, this is for real. My passion in life, what I've liked doing is gaming. Everything to do with video games and gaming. I made YouTube videos for 2.5 years before I ever monetized any of them. It was just my hobby, right? I kind of fell into doing this for a living when I was laid off from my office job. And if I was not able to monetize streams moving forward for some weird reason, I would still continue to stream in a much lessened capacity than I do now, but I would still do it because I absolutely love it. It's like I said, it's something that I have a passion for, okay? So, thank you guys very much for even considering contributing to the stream. And if you do, again, thanks very much for the support. Let's talk about some ways that you can do so. First of all, you can check out my Patreon over at patreon.com/darksidephil. This is where your monthly pledges earn you personal perks as a way of me saying thank you. I'm not going to go into detail about it because it's all publicly listed over there. Give it a look for yourself. And thanks to anyone who is a current pledgee to my Patreon. I also have a Teespring store where I sell all kinds of fun merchandise. It's primarily t-shirts, to be honest and transparent, but there's also stuff there like stickers and mugs and other things, sweaters, sweatshirts. Anything you buy from there helps me out, and you get a cool collectible. I can attest that the quality of the collectibles is quite good. I own both a mug and many shirts from the Teespring, and I still wear the shirts to this day. None of them have ever worn out in the over 2 years that I've owned some of them, okay? Good stuff. So, thanks to anyone who buys anything from my Teespring and gives it a look. If you're here live on the stream, chances are you probably would like to contribute in a way that's going to get you a shout out, okay? Something that's going to get you some recognition live on the stream. So, if you either cheer with bits or you subscribe to my channel or you tip me during today's stream, I will do my best to give you a live shout out during the stream to say thank you. Now, please understand that your message that you attach with those contributions must be in line with the rules of the stream and also nothing derailing or insulting. It's at my discretion what I say and do on my own streams. However, in general, most people get it. We have a good time, a lot of interaction as a result of that. So thank you guys. There's also a stream stats leaderboard at the top of the screen, and this tracks things such as top tipper of the day, top tipper of the stream, top cheerer of the stream, gives you extra recognition as well. There's also 2 other leaderboards that are integrated into Twitch itself. These leaderboards are the top cheerer of the week, as well as the top sub gifter of the week. So we will go through those shortly, all right, and give everyone credit for their contributions for this week. Many ways to get recognized, okay? Now, if you're here and you're listening to this and you're like, damn, that's a lot of ways to contribute, I wonder what's the best way to help out Phil. Very matter-of-factly, tipping me is the way to help me out. By the end of this month, I need to raise a lot of money to pay my tax guy early so that he will file my taxes for me. Normally, I would have the entire year to finance this and pay this off. This year, he's telling me because of my situation financially, he's requiring me to pay him up front. Not cool, but at the same time, I understand. And so I need to bust my butt here between now and the end of the month to raise these funds so I can actually file my taxes. If I don't, I'm in big trouble, okay? So, if you tip me, all right, those are funds I can use right away. And if you tip me, I'll be able to use those funds by the end of the month to pay this guy. So please consider tipping me if at all you can, all right? There are other methods you can contribute, which I'm still appreciative of, like cheering and subbing, etc. But tipping me will help me more than anything and get me out of the situation. So please tip me today if you have that option. There's 2 ways to tip. You can look below the stream. There's a tip jar button there you can click on, or you can type !tip into the stream chat. Either way, brings up my PayPal tips page, okay? You do not need to have a registered PayPal account to tip me. You could just use a debit or credit card, much like you pay for anything else on the internet. However, you may not see that option right away, and that's perfectly fine. The problem is that it needs to be on the fully loaded desktop version of the site to actually see those options. So you may have to do that if you're looking on a mobile device, or maybe you'll need to jump on a regular computer to do so, okay? Now, what I'd like to say is that I look out for you guys, and I want you guys to be safe, all right? I'm well aware there are lots of people on the internet that are pretty malicious, and what they do is they seek out your personal information to do stuff to mess with you. And you might say, but wait a minute. I'm nobody. I'm just a stream viewer. Why would anyone be coming after me for something, right? Well, truth of the matter is, these people don't need a reason. They do it just because they can. They feel that, oh, I can anonymously reach out and hurt someone. Oh, man, I'm going to do it. That gives me my jollies. That makes me feel like I have power over someone, right? And you may not realize it, but there's a lot of personal information that most of us have on the internet. Just think about just between your social media accounts, your Twitter, your Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, whatever it is you may use. You probably got your friends, your family listed on there, maybe some places that you go to frequently, your place of work or place of business. You may have a lot of information on there you don't even realize that could be used against you, okay? So why am I bringing this up? Because sadly, some of these individuals will seek out people who contribute on streams and try to basically harass them. So what I strongly recommend is that if you're considering contributing to any stream, not just mine, but any stream on Twitch, do your best to conceal your identity, all right? There's a couple ways you can do that, but what I would say is if, for example, you're going to tip me today, don't use your real name, and hell, don't use a name that's even close to anything from your social media. You could either just say anonymous, and then there's no way that anyone can associate that with you, or you can completely make a name up from scratch that, again, no one's going to be able to know it's really you if you just make up something, okay? So, please look out for yourselves. Please protect yourselves. I look out for my viewers. I want to make sure you guys are protected and you're not getting harassed by assholes. So just be careful what you do on the internet. Okay, guys? All right. Continuing on. Let's now talk about the rules of the stream, okay? As a streamer, there's a certain vibe that I like to maintain on my streams, okay? So first of all, I have to abide by all the rules and regulations of Twitch.tv. I have to make sure that I'm not violating those because, hell, it's their business. And, you know, they allow me to stream on it. So I have to make sure that I am in line with their requests. And I can't just say and do whatever I want on my streams. I hope you guys understand that and know that's why that's in place and why I have to abide by that, okay? But outside of that, I have my own code of conduct that I follow because I feel I want my live streams to be a place where you guys can escape the nonsense of your real lives, you know. Everyone has drama. Everyone has stress. Everyone has annoying things in their life that you want to kind of forget about. When you're coming to one of my live streams, you don't want to be reminded of all that crap. You don't want to be thinking about all the annoying stuff that makes life miserable. Instead, you want to have a good time, right? And so, by maintaining a chill vibe and having certain rules in place, I feel that we make the streams better and more relaxing and more fun. Instead of worrying about people arguing in the stream chat and being toxic, you want to watch me play some games. You want to see my reaction to said games. You want to maybe interact with me a little bit or interact with other people in the stream chat. That's the point, right? It's not about having all these toxic arguments and stuff. So, there's a few topics that we stay away from, all right, on purpose. Allow me to reveal what those topics are. Firstly, politics and religion. In the 11 years that I've been a content creator on the internet, I found that politics and religion are basically topics that always start arguments. They always derail whatever the hell we're talking about, and there's really no point in bringing them up on a gameplay stream anyway. You know, I'm playing Mass Effect 2, having a good time, and I look back at the stream chat and people arguing about, you know, Trump and the Democratic presidential candidates and Brexit going on and everything. I'm like, oh, God, what is this? What does it have to do with anything? Nothing, right? So that's why we don't allow this as topics of discussion, because I don't want everything to be derailed. Fair enough? Now, also, I am well aware that there are tons of people on the internet who love to constantly make fun of me, defame me, slander me, and my family. It's not just me, but they go as far as to try to, you know, basically make everyone associated with me look bad. Why do they do it? Well, they do it for personal gain. They do it, again, much like those people who harass other people on the internet, just to get their jollies off because they know they could do it and get away with it. So they just do it. Oh, I could do something bad and get away with it. I'm just going to do it then, right? Sadly, I'm not in a position where I'm able to really defend myself. I can't sue these people for defamation because I have no money. So they get away with it. And sadly, there's places like YouTube that are a haven for this kind of toxic, disgusting behavior, and they allow it to happen. Since there's nothing I can do, then that means there's no reason for me to really talk about it, all right? I bring it up once on pre-stream every day to let you guys know I'm well aware it exists, but there's absolutely no reason to address it or bring it up on my streams because there's nothing we can do about it. It has nothing to do with the content of my actual streams at all. It's just the bullshit they fabricate on a daily basis. And it derails the stream. What you end up doing is you give attention to these really toxic, negative people, and we don't want to do that. We want to have a positive and fun gameplay stream. So, please understand it's against the rules to bring that crap up. Please do not do so, okay? All right. Now, folks, we move on to the third and final segment of the pre-stream. This is the segment where I do live shout-outs to those of you who have contributed. We update the leaderboards. We get some fun discussion going before the gameplay starts. So, in general, it's a pretty good time, all right? So, let's do it. Let's actually jump over here to the Streamlabs leaderboards contributions here. We actually started off today with someone named Rocco and Jasper subscribing to the channel. I have no idea what that could be a reference to. None. Okay? So, thanks for the sub. Ethan Cervelli did a 500-bit cheer. Said it's been a long time since I've been able to catch one of your live streams. I'm glad I made it to this one. I haven't been happy lately. I have depression. And I don't know if you remember me or not. Ethan, I technically I think I do remember you, but like you said, it's been a while. And I stream every single day, so it's very hard for me to maintain, people who I haven't seen in a long time. But welcome back, I would say, and thank you very much for the support. I really is appreciated. In fact, this is funny because he did a 500-bit cheer. Then he did a 1,000-bit cheer. And he said, here's some more love, Phil. So thank you very much for that, Ethan. Then Free Jerome did a 7-month resubscription. It says, everyone ever said you look a lot like Phil Collins. No one has ever said that. Ethan Cervelli then did a 2,800-bit cheer. Holy crap. Thank you very much, Ethan Cervelli, for a 2,800-bit cheer. And he says, I feel like giving my favorite YouTuber some love and respect he deserves. Keep it up, Phil. Thank you. And then he went ahead and did another 1,070-bit cheer. So, wow, thank you so much, Ethan, for all these cheers this morning. It's much, much appreciated. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed today's Mass Effect 2 stream, especially if you're a fan of my older stuff. Coming back to this game 10 years later is pretty special. I'm excited for this today. So, I learned so much. Did a 50-bit cheer. And says, do you think Mass Effect 2 has aged pretty badly for the modern era? I'm looking at the level design in your playthrough. It's simple and unimaginative. Every level is just a corridor with barely any branching. Well, it's funny you say that. Because when I started playing this again earlier this week, I said, gee, I wonder how this game is going to hold up against modern games and the like. And the truth of the matter is, BioWare has done different kinds of games. I just played Knights of the Old Republic. And I would say, yeah, with Knights of the Old Republic, that's a game from 2003, rather than this game is just from 2010. Very kind of the similar thing. Kind of very narrow, very linear paths, even though, yes, every once in a while you might have a branching optional path. It's mostly pretty linear. It doesn't really lend itself up to much open exploration. Very limited ways you can go. You're very basic, right? But then you have to also realize BioWare made the Dragon Age series. I would say the Dragon Age series is the opposite. Dragon Age has tons of big branching optional paths, hidden loot, hidden boss fights and monsters, and really lends itself to wanting to explore every nook and cranny, every corner of everything that you're doing in those games, okay? So, yeah, I would say in some aspects the game maybe didn't age so well, in other aspects it did. It's funny because I'm looking at the character models, and I'm like, it's still pretty good. 10 years later, these character models aren't bad. But then I'm looking at the textures of some of the areas, and I'm like, damn, this area really looks like it's like low resolution, low texture, doesn't look great. The music is great. The dialogue's great. All that's still good. That's what BioWare used to excel at, is having great atmosphere in their games, having tons of dialogue options and character development. So I think that's going to remain a positive and a strong thing throughout the entire game. So, Yeah, just like any older game, it's going to have some aspects that I feel are going to be, wow, I can't believe this is still so good. And on the other side, it's going to be like, man, okay, this really didn't age so well, for various reasons, okay? So it is what it is. We'll see as we move forward. I honestly don't remember too much about the level design of Mass Effect 2 at all. So we'll see as we move forward, how much more complex it gets, if the level design ends up being better or not, okay? Okay. That Anonymous gifted a sub to I Learned So Much. So congratulations, I Learned So Much, on the gifted sub, and thank you, that Anonymous, for the support. Yennefer tipped me $1.31 and says the following. Most of my life, I've been empty and alone. Friends are mostly fair weather. Lovers are disappoint. Truth be told, I've come not to expect too much. As I struggle to find my purpose and my legacy, I appreciate the small amounts of joy that you bring me. Well, you're welcome, Yennefer. What's funny is, this person says stuff like this from time to time, and it sounds like they're reciting something, like from a book or something, right? It really does sound like a line of dialogue from a book or a movie. But thank you, Yennefer, for getting the tipping going. As I said, tipping helps me more than anything right now. That's where I really need the support. So thank you. I learned so much. Cheers. Is there something you love more than gaming? I know your interest is wrestling has been going downhill. You don't keep much with movies anymore because nothing as good as it back was in the 90s. I mean, yeah, when it comes to hobbies, pretty much gaming is my number one hobby. You're right. I used to be a movie buff, but I really don't keep up with movies anymore because I can't afford it. And same thing with wrestling. Like, I just don't have time to sit around and watch endless amounts of wrestling like I used to. My life is too busy now. For me, it's my family is my focus. Spending time with my wife and, my cat and doing stuff around the house and having a family life, different. I went home and I became a family man. Like Guile told me to my whole life. I went home and did it. I became a family man. So it is what it is. I like the family life. I'm happy with it. Some people are not. Some people I want to be free. I want to be able to do whatever I want at any moment. I'm not like that at all. I enjoy the family life. So. Okay. Continuing on. Ethan Cervelli did another 1,050-bit cheer. Superb. Thank you so much, Ethan, for all the support today. Another very large and generous cheer. Thank you very much, Ethan. You're awesome. Now, here we go. You ready? Dixie Wrecked. What a nice name. Dixie Wrecked. Tip me $1. It says, during these tough times, we start streaming on Tuesdays. It feels lonely when I don't get my daily dose of the King of Hate. No. I need to have at least one day with my wife and a day to do. It's bad enough that one day off that I take is a day when I already have to do errands. Like, for example, this Tuesday, my wife and I have to get our hair cut, and we have to do some grocery shopping at various different places for some meals and stuff coming up. So half of our day together is going to be like busy working chores and errands and shit. It's like, that's not fun, but that's what we have to do. That's the only time we have together. Do you really think that I'm going to not have that time? That's crazy. So the answer is absolutely not. No, I am going to have one day off a week. Now, is it always going to be Tuesday? No. I guarantee you in the future it'll fluctuate and it won't always be a Tuesday. But there is going to be at least one day off a week, okay? That's necessary. That's a mandatory thing. Okay. Eternal Napalm did a 100-bit cheer. So I'm loving the playthrough so far. Mass Effect is one of my favorite sci-fi universes. I have such fond memories of this awesome game. I always thought ME2 had a Wild West type feel with all the deep space outposts and mercenary groups in the game. Very nice. Thank you, Eternal Napalm, for the cheer and the sentiment. Now here we go again. Gabe Horn, which sounds like gay porn to 5-year-olds. Gabe Horn tipped $1 and says, Phil, Mike Bloomberg's campaign is offering money to internet influencers to endorse him for president. You should get in touch. All right, Mike Bloomberg for president, of course. Yeah, right. I do not get involved in politics. You guys know that. I'm not going to get involved in politics. So Bloomberg could do it on his own. Super Batcat, to me $5.50. It says, you tip like this. That's correct, Super Batcat. Thank you very much for that tip. You're the biggest tipper of the day, so let me get you on the leaderboard here. I appreciate that very much. Okay, let's see here. PW Dubs tipped me $1.30. Says, how long will your poop break be today? For as long as it takes for the poop to come out of my ass, for me to wipe my ass, and for me to wash my hands. Then he tipped me another $1.30. He says, can you make pre-streams longer? I love pre-streams. F the haters that don't like it. Yes. Per your direct request today, we will double the length of the pre-stream. And even extra throat clears for you. Extra throat clears and extra length pre-stream. There you go. Machiavelli Shuker tipped me $1. So can you make a troll tip total? Separate from total tips. Can you put a total cheer count? No and no. Thank you for the $1 tip. 50 bitch here. What a name. Tip me $1. It says, are you concerned with the development of your genre of content where you fit in the fold? My philosophy is that it's business responsibility to pay processing fees. I don't pay an extra 35 cents when I buy my extra large condoms. Well, there you go. I don't even know what that means. I seriously, what buying something in retail versus contributing to a content creator, I don't know how you can equate those, because you can't. But then again, I don't understand the first half of this guy's message either. But thank you for the tip. I appreciate that. Okay? All right. All right. Holy crap. Ethan Cervelli now just did another 2,750-bit cheer. Holy crap. Thank you, Ethan Cervelli. I appreciate that, man. He says, people asked to give you more. I was printing on it anyway. This is, however, the last time I'll be able to cheer. Well, thank you, Ethan. As I said earlier on the pre-stream, do not be pressured to contribute. But I appreciate it when people do contribute. And Ethan has been very, very generous today on the stream. So thank you very much, Ethan, for that. I appreciate that. Ethan, I don't know if you're aware, you propelled yourself to second place for top cheers of the week. Just on this one stream. Pretty awesome. Eternal Napalm did a 50-bit cheer and asks, he says, mind you that I did not nominate or vote for it, but would you still be playing Donkey Kong 64 if it wasn't a viewer's choice? No. No. Make no bones about it. That game stinks, dude. Everything about that game is annoying. There's game bugs that are game crippling and annoying. The graphics are massively outdated. The camera is atrociously bad. The controls are atrociously bad. The mini games are frustrating as shit. The game has more delay now because it's emulated, and the mini games are meant to be played with zero delay, and some of them are so hard to do, right? You have to use save states and shit to beat. That game stinks. It's just a really boring collection quest game, you know? Like, even the bosses now are being reused. Like, what? You couldn't even make original bosses? You had to reuse the same bosses? Like, that's really sad. But that's the game. You know, again, a lot of people say, oh, man, but I grew up with that game, and that game's amazing. Fine. Listen, I understand. The rose-colored glasses of nostalgia can make you like something that you grew up with that now has aged badly. That game has aged incredibly badly. But you're right, Eternal Napalm. I definitely would have stopped playing it. I would not be continuing with that game unless I had to, okay? And now, thank God, we're in World 6 to 7, so probably another 2 streams or so, maybe we can wrap the shit up and never fucking talk of it ever again. Okay. Warm Poo tipped me $1. Says, does your barber know about your legacy? Can you vlog your grocery shopping? My hairdresser knows what I do for a living, but does not know anything about the content I create because they don't care. And, no, I'm not vlogging anything in my personal life anymore because people are too fucking nosy and too intrusive and basically use it to hurt me, so I don't do that anymore and haven't done it in years, and I'm not going to start doing it now. Excuse me. Shout out to PW Dubs, tipped me $1.30. He says, who's your most active cheerer or tipper that contributes on a daily basis? Truth of the matter is, I don't make it a competition. There's some people who are here every day and actively contribute. By the way, PW Dubs, I will give you a shout out because you absolutely are one of those people. And I appreciate that a lot. I do. But then at the same time, there's some people who come by every once in a while and contribute. That's awesome. There's some people who can't contribute at all, but they're still regulars. And I appreciate that too. It's all about having fun on the streams. Like I said, I feel if I'm putting out a fun stream for all of you and we're all having a good time, then the contributions are just going to come naturally. I don't have to pull teeth to get contributions if we're putting out good content together here and we're all having a good time. People want that to continue. They naturally say, man, I'm going to contribute so Phil can continue to put out this great content and we can keep having fun together, right? So that's the good thing about being a full-time live streamer is that I don't feel monstrously pressured to constantly have to be harping on you guys for this kind of stuff. You guys get it. And I'm very appreciative of that, so thank you for that, okay? All right. let's go ahead and give shout-outs to the top cheerers of the week. Today is Sunday, and per Twitch's guidelines, that means today is technically the last day of the week for these leaderboards. Then they reset overnight, and tomorrow they'll be back to 0, okay? So thank you to the following people who cheered this week. Spartan King is in 10th place, Mature Adult in 9th place, Junior Mint in 8th place, Crabcock in 7th place, Snake Eater in 6th, Chunky Jack 301 in 5th, Tomahawk MCX in 4th, Accio Artorius in 3rd, Ethan Cervelli in 2nd, and Wee Wiz in 1st place. Thank you very much for all that support this week, guys. Also, shout out to the sub gifters this week, people who gifted subs to people. We got Lags a Lot, Philly Buckeye, and Alfred Aponte, who all gifted a single sub. We've got Sloppy Bro 117, Crapcock, Boxing Elephant, and Snake Eater, who all gifted 2 subs. We've got Pragmatic Tactician, who gifted 3 subscriptions. And then, at the very tippity top, Big Papa Phil gifted 5 subscriptions this week. And I very much appreciate that, so thank you. Alfred Aponte just hit me $1.33, and he said, hey, Phil, we here, man. Keel it up. Thank you very much, Alfred, for the tip. And I should also give a shout-out to Alfred, since we're talking about frequent contributors. Alfred has been a very consistent and frequent contributor on the streams recently, so thank you for that, Alfred, as well. We've updated the tips total, okay? All right, guys, so here's the deal. I actually do have to use the restroom. Like, no big no bones about it. I actually have to use it today before we get started here. So, we're going to take a few minutes break. I urge yourself, go get a snack or a drink. Use the restroom yourself during this time period. When I come back, we jump right back into Mass Effect 2. It's going to be fun. We're going to pick up right where we left off on Omega. And thanks for all your contributions. Reminder, tipping is the best way to help me, and I do need a lot of support with tips this month. Please tip me if you can. But other contributions are greatly appreciated as well. Okay, guys. All right, thank you. I'll be right back with Mass Effect 2. Thanks, and see you in a bit.